I wish I could go, even though Indonesia is basically touching Australia. I won't be going.
If like get a good running start, can you clear that gap? Can you make it, or like how close are we talking?
I think back in the day.
Fish could.
The Paleolithic back in the day.
You're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening.
March Madness is here, but will these returning legendary Pokemon bring nature's madness with them?
Captain Pikachu sets sail for Pokemon Go and brings a new Pokemon to X.
Pikachu with Volt Tackle isn't the only electrifying thing this month.
A new season? Let's put a poison pin in it.
Mateo's been holding out on the eggs. And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 272. It's February 29th. It's Leap Day. Oh, yeah. I'm your host, Chris, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
And my co-host, Lachlan.
G'day.
Did you not expect to go third?
No, I did not expect to go third. I thought I'd be fifth. Thought we'd be doing an age order, youngest last.
Age order, yeah, birthdays, yeah. And my other co-host, Fish.
Hey.
And my other co-host, Defy.
Hello.
Don't hold the 250. I just personally did, but that is in there. Hey, how's everybody doing? It's a new season coming up, so we got everybody here. We're gonna do the podcast magic thing. Mm-hmm. We're all over the world, but we're here doing this thing. It's great.
And Fish and I are already in the new season. It's great.
Yes, that's right. So this episode is kind of a time traveling thing where like two fifths of us are in the future and are experiencing this new season, and 3/5 of us are not. So it'll be nice to have a little bit of insight. But boy, oh boy, do we have a ton of stuff to go over, as we always do with these large episodes. So really quick, though, I think we should probably knock out some goals. And by really quick, I mean really quick for Kyle and I, because we had our weekly goals. But we have to revisit the seasonal goals for Defy, Fish, and Lachlan. So, Kyle, you and I set some goals for over the weekend, which was Sinnoh Global, which we already talked about at length in that bonus episode earlier this week. So, just real quick, did you get 20 shinies?
I did.
Shiny Palkia and Dialga, both of them.
I did. I got 2.
Ooh.
Nice.
50 eggs?
I did. 150.
Yeah, my man. 2 million experience.
I did. I think I got 3 million, so it was pretty great.
But who's counting? And a new shiny to you?
Several new shinies to me.
Oh my god. What can you just name one?
I got Hisuian Quillfish.
Wow, a Hisuian Quillfish. Are you going to make that into an Overquill anytime soon?
No, probably not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I can probably count on one hand the amount of shinies that I have evolved outside of Community Day.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Especially like those challenging ones where it's not like, oh, I've got extra candy, I might as well fill out my shiny decks. No, I got a raid, I got to put effort into it. Oh my goodness.
Nope.
No thanks. Yeah. For myself, shiny Stunky, yes. Shiny Pachirisu, yes.
Oh my God.
Shiny Dialga, yes. And 150 eggs, yes, almost twice over, 272 or whatever it was. Very, very easy. So we both got 100. That's a tie. Good job. Well done. GG, Mr. Kyle. Okay, much more interestingly, we have seasonal goals for the other 3 hosts. Let's start with Defy. Did you manage to build 1 legendary Master League Pokemon?
I didn't. I tried. Hoa was the one I wanted, and I did so many gosh darn raids, and I just couldn't quite get there. I'm at 173 XL candy, even after doing a bunch of those in-person shadow raids. So I'm a little disappointed that I couldn't quite get there, but that's more raids than I would have done normally. So I feel like I did a lot of XL. That's a lot of XL candy because I started with very few. So not quite, but I made progress.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you gave it as much as like effort as you could, I mean, I think that kind of like counts in our hearts at the very least. But on the scoreboard, DeFi. No, but you have other goals here, and I know an answer to at least one of these. Did you achieve legend rank in GBL this season?
I did.
Yeah.
Still a surprise that I'm capable of doing that sometimes, but I did it.
That's the second season in a row, right?
Yeah, 2 times ever, twice in a row.
my
So
Gosh.
we're on a roll.
Success rate.
Not counting all the seasons where I did
100% for the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. Did you complete all 500 wins on the GBL research?
I did, and it wasn't, down to the wire this time. I had a couple weeks remaining before before the end.
Very
so
nice.
that felt very good.
Good. Yeah, there were Rare Candy XL in that pass this time, right? That was new?
Yes. And I'm trying, for the record, I could build this Ho-Oh right now if I used Rare Candy XL, but that feels wrong.
It's too valuable.
It's too valuable. So I have the resources. I'm just choosing not to.
Your self-restraint is commendable. Thank you. Thank you for being a good example for all of us. And then lastly, did you complete any new Master Ball research? If applicable, it was applicable. Did you do it?
For this season?
There
We
wasn't
didn't
a
get into
Master
one
Ball
this
this
season.
season, Chris.
There wasn't.
Oh, wait. So then how long ago was that I'm thinking? Was it last season?
Yeah,
No.
it was the season prior.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not applicable. So 2 out of 3 then. Although, honestly, I just kind of want to give you 3 out of 3 because you could have pulled the trigger. It was in your best interest not to, though. So, yeah.
Mythicals only.
That's right. There you go. That's a good rule of thumb. Mr. Fish, did you build a Great League Carbink?
I have not yet. I have still am walking it. I have not managed to get the XLs for it.
How far off are you?
I can tell you in about 30 seconds.
Okay. In the meantime,
In the
did you
meantime.
manage to also do 8 raids on Hisuian Samurott Raid Day?
I did, actually. I did 11.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
3 over. You were just having so much fun. Is that what the deal was?
Yeah, so much fun raiding those Hisuian Samurotts that will
That's right.
just sit there in my box waiting to be used. Just sitting on the bench. Like, put me in, coach.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. You went hard for us. Now are we going to get some work done?
No,
or
you
what?
sit
Yeah.
there and you think about
That's
what
right.
you've done.
Exactly. So what about that Great League Carbink? How far along are you?
Actually, nowhere near as close as what I thought I was. So
Oh no!
I'm
Okay.
about a quarter of the way there. I need 216
no.
XLs, and I only managed to accrue 65, I think it said.
Hey, you win some, you lose some. At least,
That's right.
at least now you have another goal ready to go for this next season, right? You got to finish that up.
That's true, although I'm thinking I might have to make that a 6-monthly goal. Check
Oh, no.
with me in 2 seasons' time.
Okay, and then lastly for you, complete page 2 of Masterwork Research, Wish Granted, which had you having 10 best buddies and earn a heart with your buddy 20 days in a row. It's been far more than 20 days. Did you manage?
I got up to 4.
Fish. Wait, how many best buddies do you have?
Oh, as in, I got up to 4 days in a row of hearts.
I know
best-
that. No, I got
yeah,
that.
Right. I've got the amount of best buddies. Scroll down,
You
scroll
can
down,
search
scroll
Buddy
down, scroll down.
5 otherwise.
Oh, I can too, can't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
You could also just look at the medal. Like
Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I think it would be easier to go Buddy 5, which 3.
Oh,
Oh, okay. See, I like this because I'm still on page 2 of this research.
Oh, really?
See, so I feel better. That said, I was gonna open it up, but apparently my Pokemon Go needs to update, so we'll get back.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I
Yeah.
think
by
I
the
have
way-
5 best buddies.
All
I
3 of
think we
mine
have a
are
good idea
Metacham.
of a seasonal goal for both
All
of them.
3 are Metacham. All
Yeah.
right.
'Cause
Some,
back when it was you needed the hundo before level 50 was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that is some Gengar Kyle energy right there. Love that. Okay. All right. So at least 1 out of 3, you knocked it out. There you go.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. All right, Lachlan. Now I get to unfurl the parchment that is this list of goals here. Did you get enough Zygarde cells to form change into Zygarde complete?
I did on Monday this week. So I have a Zygarde complete now. And now I can start working towards the next 250 cells before they stop letting you collect more.
Woo! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! I found out that if you wanted to form change it back into 50%, doesn't it cost cells to do that?
Costs Stardust and candy.
And candy, that's what it is. Yeah. So there is still like cost associated with it. I don't know why you'd want to switch it back to 50%, but hey, there you go. Form change. Wow. Did you get to the Melbourne regionals?
Unfortunately, I had a pipe burst in my house in January, and it led to me not being able to leave Brisbane before that event. So disappointingly, I wasn't able to hang out with Fish.
Well, there's always next time.
Maybe.
Yeah. Did you get Platinum Showcase medal?
I did. I'm at 120 out of 100.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You need more competition is what you need. That's what I'm hearing.
I really do.
Did you do 250 raids?
I might have done about 250 plus 220. So
okay.
450 raids.
That's a lot of raids. That's a lot of raids. Keeping Niantic afloat on your lonesome. Good for you. Did you finish the GBL research?
When I couldn't get to Melbourne, my love of PvP disappeared for the rest of the season, so it got paused halfway through.
I think that's a very relatable thing. It's like, well, that's okay. I'll focus on other stuff. Did you get 150 level 50 Pokemon?
I did. I got my next 25 level 50 Pokemon this season. Very happy with that. The last one was Slugma. Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Great. Not a Magcargo? Did you already have a Magcargo?
It's a Great League Slugma, Kyle.
Oh, it's Great League. Okay. All right.
It's also a hundo.
Did you get your 80th best buddy?
I did. I got to 90 this morning.
80th.
Wow.
I'm still not at gold. Gold is 100. That's my goal for next season.
That I'm at 6.
These numbers are made up, Kyle. Don't worry about it. This isn't real.
Can we borrow your best buddies?
Can you loan them out to your friends? You can use them. Let's spread the wealth a little bit. Have you gotten all currently released Megas to Mega 3, which included Diancie and Garchomp that were pending? Everybody else had apparently been taken care of at the time of recording.
And yes, they are. Diancie hit Mega 3 during the Sinnoh Tour, so just scraped it in with free evolutions. Okay. And Garchomp was done daily after its raid day in December.
So you wrapped that up really quick then. All right, cool. And then lastly, did you trade a lot of Pokemon? It says here that your goal when we recorded was flawed. So you adjusted it to an attainable goal of 100 trades every 3 days.
Yes. So when we originally recorded, I accidentally mathed out 250 trades a day. Not what I was going for, and that's not possible.
Oh.
So that was just me being bad at math because I was promised there wouldn't be any math. So yes, I did manage to do 100 trades at least every 3 days.
During
the guaranteed Candy XL trades. Very exciting.
You might have been the most productive member of on this recording team right now. Mostly because those are insane goals that you still somehow managed to get. So all this has is me excited to see what your next seasonal goals are going to be at the end of the episode. So all right.
Put in your comment.
Good job, everybody.
Put in the comment section now if you're watching on YouTube any guesses you might have as to where I might take them.
Hi, Sue. All right. We're waving. Yes. All righty. So that's it for goals. And I would normally dance around a little bit and we could talk a little bit more, but we're not going to this time because we got so much news to cover. So without further ado, let's hop into the news. Yo, what up? It's the news. Okay, we got so much stuff to talk about. First, it is a new season, the World of Wonders. Not for us, that's tomorrow, but for Fish and for Lachlan, it is today. So when is this happening? March 1st at 10 a.m. to June 1st at 10 a.m. local time. You will meet the Poison Pin Pokemon, PokéPoll, which is so funny that they say Poison Pin Pokemon because it is an Ultra Beast, not a Pokemon. But hey, everybody's got to have a category. That's cool. Throughout the season, you'll be able to adventure and bond with the Ultra Beast, PokéPoll, who is just so cute. So cute. World of Wonders special research is available to claim from Friday, March 1st at 10 a.m. to Saturday, June 1st at 9:59 a.m. local time. New parts of the special research will unlock over the course of the season, so make sure that you're checking your research tab regularly. So, I mean, we can kind of assume, and Lachlan said he's already finished this, I believe. So, really quick, without spoiling too much, is the PokéPoll like a false chase, or should people be excited about that with this research?
It's not challenging to get your PokéPoll. However, my PokéPoll does not have the evolution button to evolve to Naganadel, so hopefully that unlocks later in the season.
Yes, hopefully. I mean, it might just be in 3-star raids for a raid day. Who knows? They do that sometimes. They do. Yeah. Okay. Beyond that, Shadow Pokemon debuts. Well, debuts is kind of a weird word that's used here in the release for this, because these have already kind of been out. What they mean is that these Shadow Pokemon are going to be in raids for the first time, and that their Shadow Shinies are going to be available. Those Pokemon are, of course, the Legendary Beasts. Get excited. Shadow Raikou, Shadow Entei, and Shadow Suicune will be in 5-star Shadow raids throughout the season. For this first month, it's going to be Raikou. We're going to be getting to that later, but just a little bit of a spoiler, I suppose. There's a new ticket called the Wonder Ticket. Instead of having that Expedition Pass every single month, there's going to be a season-long ticket that's going to have 3 parts of research to it. The first part, in which we will have right away, actually, if it is the Season of Wonders where you are, which it should be by the time you hear this, you can actually purchase this ticket right away, and part 1 is already accessible. So that's very, very cool. They say, hey, there's like some PokéPoll related avatar items in here and some other items. It is going to be $10. So if you compare this to all the Expedition Pass access tickets from last season, this is $5 cheaper. It is up to you whether or not you decide that it is worth it monetarily. I'm going to pass it over to Lachlan, who's actually already taken a look at this. And he's going to talk about value.
So from part 1, we're getting 30 Pokeballs, 1 Lucky Egg, 2 Golden Raspberries, 10 Pineapple Berries. Wow, so fortunate to spend 15 Australian dollars on that. A Star Piece, 5 Rare Candy, and 1 Incense, plus the PokéPoll hat. But don't forget, there's encounters with mystery Pokemon, says the blog. Well, fortunately in Australia, we know that that's Cacnea, a Galarian Slowpoke, and a Beedrill. How exciting!
A Beedrill?
Which I guess all 3 of them can be shiny if they're Pokemon you're still chasing. So I'm going to wait and see what part 2 and 3 look like before I buy it, because you have the whole season to buy this ticket, and you have until middle of June to complete it into the next season. So if you do decide late in the season to buy it, you have more than until the end of the season to complete it. So personally, I'm going to wait off and not buy this. But if that's something you want to do, you can, and you can gift it to friends.
I usually, Kyle points out the typos that I make in the notes, but there is one that I believe, Lachlan, you filled this in, and I love it, so I'm going to point it out. It says, instead of an encounter with Galarian Slowpoke, it says an encounter with Galatian Slowpoke. And I didn't realize there was going to be a King James crossover event that we need to be worried about.
I'm going to blame the Apple autocorrect there. I was finding it on a few words. Every time I type Beedrill, it's like, you mean bee power? I'm like, what?
You don't talk about Pokemon enough.
Do I? Yeah, no, that's I would love a Galatian Slowpoke, for the record. That'd be incredible. Anyway, we don't have the details for part 2 or part 3 yet. Thank you, Lachlan, for illuminating us on part 1. But they will be coming, of course. So you can always wait until later to see if part 2 or part 3 are worth it in your eyes before you buy the ticket. You will retroactively get the research right for the first part and the second part if you wait until the third part is live to buy it. There you go. Web store bonus. Trainers will receive 2 bonus premium raid passes if they purchase the Wonder Ticket via the web store. They're doing this more and more. It is probably safe to say that if it doesn't make a difference to you and you're going to buy a ticket or something else, just go buy it off the web store if it's available there. I bet they keep doing this, and I bet it probably gets even better and better until traffic gets to be where they want it to be. That's just my 2 cents. There's going to be community days this month as well. Actually, this season, rather. Starting with one this month, it's March 16th. We know what it is. We'll get to it in a little bit here. April 7th is going to be a Community Day Classic. April 20th is going to be a regular Community Day. And then May 19th will also be a Community Day. So mark those if you have not already. There was a save the date a couple weeks ago. So not new information, but there it is all the same. These themed stickers are stinking adorable. I love the Combi one. Not the Combi, the Cutie Fly one is very cute. The Swadloon has my heart. We love it. You can keep your Oddish. That's okay though.
Vespaquin?
I mean, I like Vespaquin.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, but like Swadloon, I mean,
you know, I've got female only Pokemon. Like that's my jam.
Yes. Also Queen Bees. Like I understand.
Queen
I got you. I do.
Careful,
But
Chris.
Swadloon is cozy.
That's true.
Cozy has universal appeal. We've got some seasonal rotations here. I'm actually going to pass this on to Let's Have Fish. Would you mind stepping us through what the research breakthroughs are going to be for this upcoming season?
Yeah, so you'll be getting Hisuian Sneasel, Furfrou, Gumi, Sandygast, Jangmo-O, and Dubwool.
Great. Is this exciting? Can anybody tell me if this is exciting or not? I mean, to me at this point, my eyes are sort of glaze over. I see Sandygast and I sort of check out. So are we feeling good about this pool for research breakthrough or not?
From a PvP standpoint, there's a little bit of something going on, which we can address a little bit more in the PvP section, because a couple of these Pokemon have got updates. A few of these Pokemon have got updates, actually, but Dubwool is definitely the most PvP relevant of the lot.
But why has it got to be a Dubwool and not a Wooloo?
You get guaranteed the Candy XL for Dubwool, I guess, and it saves, because Wooloo can't be shiny yet. It's not like you're missing out on a shiny catch.
But you also get more candy for catching the evolved form, right?
It's a slightly better value proposition before Wooloo's shiny is available. Just feels bad for people who don't have Wooloo in the decks.
Yeah.
Also, with a potential new Generation 6 style game coming out with Pokemon Day, having Furfrou and being able to do all of its trims and then being able to transfer that to home and potentially doing I don't know. I'm excited. I love Kalos.
I
love France
too. I love France to go away though.
So
well, then you'll like the one review we have to share at the very end of this show. Ooh. Okay. All right. Cool. So DeFi, why don't you take us through what the spawns are going to be in the biomes for this season?
Sure. Is it okay that I look at the right at the blog?
Yeah.
It's colorful and it's got pictures.
The notes say the same thing allegedly. So
cool. I like the pictures. So in the cities, you're going to see Togetic and Gardevoir, both of which can be shiny, Delcatty, Gulpin, Stunky, Purloin, and Scraggy. Out of all of those, Delcatty's the only one that cannot be shiny because it is an evolved form. Gardevoir can be because it's got its mega released. Togetic because of Community Day, I believe. So lots of shiny hunts there. Lots of fun stuff. Forest biome. Jumpluff, Absol, Elgyem, Phantump, Dewpider, Fomantis, and Pawmi. The only ones of those that cannot be shiny are the Pawmi and the Jumpluff. All the others can be. Lots of fun stuff out in the forest. We see some bugs. I know Phantump's a favorite for a lot of people. So good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have another thought, but I didn't want to mess up your flow. But now that we've stopped, I just have to say it would be a really good quality of life situation for us if Pawmi Shiny was released sometime soon. Pawmi is like in a bunch of spawn pools and in this season too, and I feel like it would just make things better. But anyway,
and its shiny's cute in the
it is
and release its shiny before its spotlight out this month.
Yeah, please,
that would be fantastic. In the TCG. The new one, they have a lot of the shiny Pokemon, and the Pawmi shiny Pokemon card art is so good, and I want it in this game.
Yes.
Moving on. Mountains. We have Magcargo, Phanpy, Nosepass, Metacham, Duskull, Carbink, and Noibat. And of course, all of these have the little caveat and more. But the ones that cannot be shiny there are Carbink and Magcargo. All the others can be. Lots of fun PvP stuff. Lots of Carbink for you, Fish, if you can get your way to the mountains. That would be a good one for you to look out for.
Those Australian mountains.
Those Australian mountains.
Go to the mountains.
You've
man.
got a
We'll
lot.
see ya.
You've got a lot in the southern part of the country. You're fine.
Oh, we've got Mount Lofty. That's it.
Perfect.
Mount Lofty.
Mount Lofty. That's our one mountain, and people like hike up it on a Sunday morning. Like it's not a big mountain.
It's a hill.
Maybe it's big enough to count.
Yeah. You'll have to let us know. In the beaches and water biome, which is incredibly popular where I live, we have Quagsire, Shuckle, Surskit, Clamperl, Inkay, Clauncher, and Tadbulb. Only non-shinies there are Quagsire and Tadbulb. Lots of really good shinies in that one. As well, Quagsire and Inkay evolving into Malamar are kind of fun. Both kind of just fun picks for PvP, if that's something you're interested in. If you take a look at the Northern Hemisphere, that is where 3/5 of this podcasting team are. We have some Northern Hemisphere exclusive spawns in Hisuian Growlithe, Mawile, Bagon, Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, and Litleo. And every single one of those can be shiny, especially that Hisuian Growlithe. Such a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Great shiny, too. Oh,
Such
my
a good
gosh.
shiny. And then in the Southern Hemisphere, where the other 2/5 of these podcasters are at, we have Hisuian Voltorb, which is another very good shiny.
It's so good.
It's so good. Chikorita,
I
Cyndaquil,
got one by the way,
Totodile.
during the Sinnoh tour.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Is it good PvP IVs?
I didn't even check because I've already got a really good one. Okay, I've already got a really good one. So that one I was just able to appreciate
tomorrow,
the shiny.
Fish. Get a good PvP shiny for tomorrow.
And I will be using Syrian Electro too, so I should check. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Well, other than the Hisuian Voltorb, you're also going to get the Johto starters and Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile, as well as Skarmory, Larvitar, and Electrike. And just like the Northern Hemisphere, all of those spawns are shiny available as well. Skarmory definitely can be very good in PvP. Larvitar for Tyranitar if you love those raids. Totodile, surprise pick in Great League. We're going to get to that.
Oh.
Hoard your Pokemon. Every Pokemon's only one move away, people. That's that. We'll continue on shortly.
Oh my gosh, what a hook in the water. My goodness.
Man, for Alligator.
Okay.
My
Wow.
newest love.
Okay. Did it get the new dark move death roll? Is that what it got?
Is that an actual thing? Is that
No.
okay? It's just what
the crocodiles
do.
do,
Yeah,
right?
gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm with you. It could have been a legitimate move, though.
It could have been,
like
honestly.
spatial rend and roar of time. I'm assuming death roll could be a.
It could be the
another-
literal
Yeah.
translation of one of the moves from Japan that just got turned into something like payback.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Could be. Yeah, like mean look.
Or I think
I have
Aerial
a
Ace
good
is
one about Guzzlord for another time.
Okay.
And the TCG moves. Let's talk about TCG move names another time. That could be a whole
Oh my
separate
gosh,
podcast.
They get wild. Yes.
I have some
my gosh.
Guzzlord ones that are fantastic.
maybe that move Fish made up then was the actual direct translation of Batty Bad.
Of what? Oh,
Batty
bad.
Batty Bad.
Bad. You're gonna have to
Everyone's
elaborate.
favorite attack
Yeah,
from Matt.
all of us are
I don't know
lacking
what that means.
context. Yeah.
It's an exclusive move to Eevee and Let's Go Eevee. It's called Batty Bad.
It's the dark move.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody played
Yeah, but
Let's Go
that's
Eevee.
not
Everyone
like-
played Let's Go Pikachu.
Sizzly
Oh.
Slide and like a bunch of other
Yeah.
moves too, right? All those moves had great names.
Eevee's the one I have,
Yeah.
Kyle. You should.
I- Team Eevee.
I'm being facetious because I've only ever seen people play Pikachu.
Kyle,
obviously.
I bought both. Didn't you buy both?
No, Chris. I currently own your Eevee version.
Oh,
You bought both and never played Eevee, and you gave it to me.
well, you enjoy that. You enjoy that.
I
Okay.
got to like the third gym. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's all new content. You didn't know what was happening. That's right. Yeah.
You can get down to the Go Safari now that you're at the third gym. Just skip the rest of the game.
Yeah, he got lost after the third gym. He doesn't know where to go. He's never seen this game before. That's right.
He's looking for the T.
Many choices.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. Next, my favorite segment. So I'm going to pass the mic to myself. It's eggs, baby. Let's go. 2 kilometer eggs. You're going to be seeing Pichu, Togepi, Gothita, Solosis, Fletchling, Lechonk, and Smoliv. Slightly more rare is Smoochum, and the rarest of all is the Larvesta. Thank you, Lachlan, for filling in the rarities. Appreciate you. In the 5 kilometer egg pool, you're going to be seeing Lickitung, Sableye, Roggenrola, and Palmy. Again, to be nice, the shiny was out. Rarer than those are going to be Skrelp, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. And the rarest of all, once again, is Larvesta. Of course, it is. 5 kilometer eggs. If you are adventurous and you are synced up with, how adventurous you are, you could get an Adventure Sync egg. In the 5 kilometer Adventure Sync eggs, there will be Gligar, Mantike, Tirtuga, Archon, Phantump, and more? ? Great. 7 kilometer eggs will feature Galarian Meowth, Galarian Stunfisk, Alolan Geodude. Rarer will be Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Meowth, Galarian Farfetch, Galarian Ponyta. Rarer still is Alolan Vulpix, Galarian Slowpoke, not Galatian Slowpoke, that's a different one. Paldean Wooper. Even rarer is Galarian Zigzagoon and Alolan Grimer, and even rarer still. It's not Larvesta. It's Galarian Darumaka. I got you, didn't I? Of course I did. Jeez.
I didn't realize
Right,
I
so
spelled
this-
Grimer wrong. Sorry.
Grimy.
Grimy. You're not wrong. Also, seeing
As it likes to be
Paldean
called.
Paldean Wooper shortened to P Wooper is hilarious. I love it. It's really great. It's like, hello, my name is Herman P Wooper. All right, this is new. In 7 kilometer eggs that you receive from Mateo from doing routes, you could get a Hisuian Growlithe, Herman P. Wooper, Hisuian Sneasel, Poniard, Vullaby, Gloomy, or Carbink. Looks like you're doing routes in the mountains this season.
Taking that Sunday hike in the afternoon.
That's right.
There's
right.
a restaurant on top of the mountain as well. That's how like not mountainous
Oh my
it is.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Yeah. A truck with supplies gets up there on the red.
Yeah, legit.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, we've got one more tier of egg left. That is the 10 kilometer egg pool. And you're going to be seeing Tyrant, Amara, Carbink, Goomy, Turtonator. And then rarer is Jangmo-O. Rarer again is Frigibax. And the rarest is Larvesta. But also being added to this egg pool is going to be Charcadet. That's starting technically at March 5th, on March 5th at 10 a.m. Although according to the blog, it's not being added until March 11th. That's when it adds that, it joins that pool permanently until they change it more or less. But technically that event, it's available there on the 5th. And then if you get an Adventure Sync egg that is also purple, 10 kilometers, follow me. Great. It could be Dratini, Dino, Goomy, Turtonator, Jangmo-O, and more. So yeah, there's that.
The
Get
more
to
is Herman
hatching.
P. Whooper with a monocle. And a
Oh
top
my
hat.
gosh, I need Herman P. Whooper with a monocle.
Someone
my
draw it
gosh.
for us, please.
Oh,
Artists
please.
out there.
Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, so eggs look cool. They look just as cool as they kind of did last month. With the addition of the special 7 kilometer eggs from routes, it's cool to see that. I think means that they're thinking more about how they can make routes more engaging and add more value to Mateo, which is pretty rad. So if there's no other thoughts on eggs, we do have seasonal bonuses to cover. Kyle, would you do us the honors?
For seasonal bonuses, we have increased damage dealt by Pokemon participating in raids with friends. It's always fun, especially with Party Play. Party Play makes raids so fast.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Party power's nuts.
We have 1 additional free raid pass per day by spinning gym photo discs. It's just good. Nothing else to say about that, honestly.
2 free raids a day.
3 if you save the previous day.
Ooh.
Increased experience from defeating 1-star and 3-star raids, including 1-star and 3-star shadow raids. Yay.
That's for you, Kyle. That's all for you. They wrote that. I took it out, but they said this is for Kyle. That was the next bullet
Who's
point.
excited for this one? I don't know. Like,
You should be. You need your experience, don't you?
If you're a
but
beginning
you have
player,
to do the 1 to 3 star raid.
if you're a beginning player, those 1 and 3 star raids are your best friends.
They are, but like, I don't know.
I want my XP, but I don't want to have to engage
increase?
with the game.
I shouldn't have to work.
Let me get 100 experience for this raid.
Yeah.
It always bums me out though to see the XL candy guaranteed from trades go away every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
And we also lost the.
Now I gotta save my distant trades again, and that clogs up my inventory.
Yeah.
Strong opinions about the XL trading in both directions. Ooh. So it's sad that it's gone, but it's also an extraordinarily game warping thing.
Ooh, okay.
Really negatively affects some people who can't do it, and forces the people who want to take part to do it because it's so good.
As a trader,
you got to be careful with those opinions, though, Kyle, because we got PvPers in the chat, and they're like, "Don't stop it!
It's so good that it literally warps the game around it."
The problem I've seen is there's a lot of people who, during the seasons where we don't have this bonus, will break terms of service in order to get Pokemon that are 100 kilometers or more away from their current location to guarantee their XL. And that doesn't necessarily benefit everyone else. Like, it's much more fun when you catch up for a friend when they're visiting and you get to do some trades and you get those candy XLs that you've been holding onto for your rarest Pokemon. But yeah, it really hurts when you've then got the bad actors. But we shouldn't build the game around counteracting bad actors. They should, stop the bad actors. But
stop acting bad.
They should go to acting school and act better. That's what they should do.
The other thing that we lost from seasonal bonuses DeFi is the increased chance of rare candy XL from T5 raids. So that's also going to hurt the battlers and the people trying to build Ho-Ohs.
Which is a struggle. It's difficult.
Well, and on that note, should we then go into the March content update and start with the 5-star raids that you won't have an increased chance of XL for?
Sure. Totally not meta relevant to the Master League. We have in 5-star raids coming March 1st to March 14th is Tapu Koko. March 14th to March 21st. Yes. Followed up by Regice, just kind of inserting itself in there, because then we have another Tapu coming in March 21st to April 4th, and that is Tapu Lele. I will be on the shiny hunt for these. However, they are not Master League relevant. In Mega Raids, we are going to see a couple very popular grass type starters. March 1st to March 14th, Mega Sceptile. March 14th to March 21st, Mega Tyranitar, a fan favorite. And then March 21st to April 4th, we will be seeing Mega Venusaur.
Yeah, buddy. Mega Venusaur. Let's go.
Venusaur.
Everybody loves that. That's right. That was remarkably good. That one was good.
Take it off.
Okay, well, we can move on now. Anyway, there's going to be featured attacks. Speaking of those Tapus, this new attack is going to be Nature's Madness. This is for Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele, and you can get this from doing them in raids or elite TMing them after they have been available in raids to get this move.
I checked on a Tapu Koko this morning and I can already elite TM on Nature's Madness. So once the season starts, you might be able to elite TM if you've got one.
Thank God.
Oh, good.
They were on top of it.
That's not how it normally works. So that's good news to have.
It's very good
That's
news.
Great. Cool. All right. Well, hey, more about Nature's Madness. In trainer battles, it has 80 power, and it will lower opposing Pokemon's defense. We'd love to see it. And in gyms and raids, it will have 90 power. So that's cool. What type of move is Nature's Madness? Is it grass?
Fairy move.
Fairy move. And I believe it is going to be the most useful on Tapu Fini.
Yeah, all 4 of the Tapus get it.
All 4 of the Tapus get it. I think it's a upgrade. Again, I might be speaking out of turn. I think it's a good move on all of them. However, Tapu Fini is going to benefit it because it will get that same type attack bonus.
PV Poke, I did just check. It does have it as a 50 energy move, which is actually quite good. 50 energy for 80 power. That's a 1.6 damage per energy, and it's got the potential stat change in it as well. So if you look at all the fairy moves that all 4 of the Tapus have on them at the moment, they're either running Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, which are all higher energy costs. So I think it will make all 4 Tapus a little better. Maybe Tapu Koko will become relevant, and Tapu Lele will become relevant once this move becomes, like properly instituted, whatever the word is.
And if we do ever see Z moves in Pokemon Go, Nature's Madness triggers the exclusive Z move for the 4 Tapus. So if we do ever get to that part of the Alola game, this is the move that your Pokemon needs to know for an exclusive Z move. So if you have a good one, it is worth potentially investing in that Elite TM if you have a lot. I have about 30 Elite Charge TMs, but that's because I'm not a PvPer.
I heard that. All right. All right. I'm going to blow through a couple of these things really quick because they're not nearly as interesting as a new move or GBL changes or other news items. So for raid hours, not surprisingly, they will follow the release schedule for the raids that are in Tier 5 raids. So March 6th and March 13th will be both Tapu Koko. March 20th is Regice. March 27th is Tapu Lele. In Shadow Raids, as we mentioned, Shadow Raikou will appear in Shadow Raids during weekends in March, and in the other 2 months, you can expect to see the other 2 legendary beasts. But additionally, on March 30th and March 31st, as part of an event, Shadow Mewtwo will appear in raids, or Shadow Raids, on that one particular weekend. So if you missed out on that in the past, Shadow Mewtwo is not something you can really afford to miss. So please try to make time to go do it. I promise you will not regret it. Shadow Mewtwo is great, and it can be shiny. So love that. Love it. Spotlight hours on March 5th is Palmy with 2 times evolution experience. Again, a shiny would be nice. March 12th is Nidoran female with 2 times catch Stardust. And March 19th is a smattering of Pokemon. Vulpix, Poliwag, Snorunt, and Hippopotas with 2 times catch experience. Then on March 26th, we're back to a single Pokemon, albeit a rather disappointing one. Hoppip with 2 times catch candy. I'd have never met somebody who's excited for Hoppip in my life.
Well, what I would like to point out here is if you bought that Shaman research and you are struggling with Johto Pokemon, that Hoppip Spotlight Hour is for you.
Oh, hey, that's fair enough. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. I'll take it back. That's a fair point to make. All right. It's maybe the first time in history. Very exciting. Very exciting. Events on March 3rd is a charged up research day, 2 to 5 p.m. That is going to be this upcoming weekend. We'll talk more about that in a moment here. March 5th through the 11th is the Pokemon Horizons, the series celebration event. We'll also get to that. March 14th through the 18th is Weather Week. We do not have details for that yet. March 16th is March Community Day. We'll talk about that later. March 17th is Raid Day for Primal Kyogre. March 23rd is also a raid day for Primal Groudon. Oh my gosh. And March 21st through the 25th is Verdant Wonders and Zarude ticketed event. Yes, you heard that right. Another shot at Zarude, apparently. That's awesome. Yeah. Everybody I know got a bad one, so that's great. March 27th through the 31st is the World of Wonders Taken Over. It's probably a Rocket Takeover event. I can't imagine it's not based on that verbiage. And March 30th through the 31st, because it needs to be said on its own, Shadow Mewtwo returns from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. From 6 a.m. that first day to 10 p.m. the second day. So again, mark your calendars if for nothing else but for that. Okay, the first new event that we have here details for is this charged up research day that is happening this Sunday, March 3rd from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, as most research days do. The featured Pokemon this time will be it's a bunch of electric type Pokemon. There's event themed field research tasks that you can complete in order to get encounters with Chinchou, Electrike, Blitzel, Joltik, and Helioptile. Pokemon encountered this way will have an increased shiny chance. There are Pokemon in the wild, but they do not share that increased shiny chance, and not even all of them can be shiny. Who are those wild Pokemon? We got you. It's Pikachu, Voltorb, Plusle, Minun, Emolga, and Palmy. Again, Palmy shiny should be out. Emolga is not shiny yet. Sorry, y'all. I know that's a bummer. Timed research for $1. You can get timed research, and when you complete field research tasks in that timed research, you will encounter more of featured Pokemon of your choice. You get to choose one of these: Chinchou, Electrike, Blitzel, Joltik, and Helioptile. The ones that are encountered in this this timed research also have the increased shiny chance as if they were encountered from regular field research tasks. So if you're like, man, I want to walk away from this event with just at least one shiny Joltik, then choose Joltik for that research if you buy it, and you'll have a much better chance, an increased chance of getting something shiny from that.
Yeah, can I add to Typo Watch? I'm loving the idea of Blitzler in time research.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's in the top Galatian Slowpoke, but Blitzler's really good.
It's a close second for me.
Yeah. All right. There's not much else to say about that event, so I think we should probably just move on here because, again, we have so much stuff to talk about. Plus, this one is very notable, very cool. New Pokemon debut in this upcoming event, Pokemon Horizons, the series, the event. High School Musical, the show, right?
No, the series, not the show. Oh my gosh, fake fan.
My bad. I've never seen an episode. Right. I'm not a fan.
It's such a good show.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it.
It was trash.
I've also never seen a single episode of Glee. So
it's much better than Glee. So much better than Glee.
Oh, really?
It gets original music like every episode.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon Horizons, the series, the event. Trainers, in celebration of the release of the new Pokemon animated series, Pokemon Horizons, the series, in various countries and regions, Pikachu wearing Cap's hat is coming to Pokemon Go. Pokemon and human characters from the animated series will also appear in Pokemon Go. This series has been available in other countries for a while now. We're just finally getting this here in the States. So
yeah.
Oh boy.
We're used to that in Australia.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, is this what it feels like? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When is this Pokemon Horizons, the series, the event happening? Tuesday, March 5th at 10 a.m. to Monday, March 11th at 8 p.m. local time. Debuts. Here's the exciting bit. Charcadet is coming, as well as its evolutions, Armor Rouge and Ceruledge. The shiny is also going to be available, which is sick. You can evolve Charcadet by battling Pokemon while Charcadet is your buddy. It can evolve into Armor Rouge after you defeat 30 Psychic type, or it can evolve into Ceruledge after you defeat 30 Ghost-type Pokemon. You do not have to defeat these Pokemon with Charcadet. If you've been doing the thing with Primeape for Annihilate, it's the same sort of deal. You just have to be much more mindful about which of the two types you are beating up based on which evolution you'd like. Yeah. And then they're also debuting Pikachu wearing Cap's hat. It's a Pikachu in a sailor hat, more or less, right? Or pilot's hat? I don't know.
It's a captain's hat.
Whatever. Yeah, captain's hat. Cool. And eggs, we mentioned this briefly, but Charcadet's going to be added to the 2, 5, and 10 kilometer egg pools during the event. And then after the event concludes, will be added to the 10 kilometer pool as a permanent addition until they do a shakeup. Event bonuses for the event are 2 times XP for hatching Pokemon. Kyle, this means you. And Team Go Rocket Balloons will appear more frequently. He's shaking his head no. He's like, I hatched more than I wanted to in my lifetime this past weekend. Don't even look at me twice.
I mean, I will hatch eggs.
Yeah.
No, I love Charcadet, so I will.
Charcadet's good. Hey, you know what? A little birdie told me that you love the shiny too. You think it's one of the best shinies.
No, it's one of the best shinies in the game.
It's horrendous. Why do all the Pokemon you love get garbage shinies? Why?
You got your design right the first time.
For anybody who is out there wondering, Charcadet's shiny is one of the most aggravating to find in Scarlet and Violet because only its iris is a different color. Not even like Jigglypuff, its iris is a different color and it's a slightly different color pink. No. Charcadet, it is only the iris of this
also
very,
very
small,
tiny eyes.
Yeah, it's very small eyes on a very small Pokemon.
And to make it worse, the evolutions also just swap eye colors. So Ceruledge has red eyes and Armor Rouge has purple eyes, and that's it. It's so sad.
Yeah, we're really breaking the bank in the design department.
But they sparkle, Kyle. Sure. They sparkle.
They paid somebody 25 cents to do that one.
It's the same guy who did the Hot Pockets jingle. The same guy. All right. Surprise encounters. Smile. You might get a surprise encounter with characters and Pokemon seen in Pokemon Horizons, the series. When you take a snapshot during the event, that'll be what Roy and Liko. Thank you. That's right. So with their partner Pokemon Fuecoco and Sprigatito, I believe, respectively. So featured attack, Pikachu wearing Cap's hat encountered during the event will know the charged attack Volt Tackle. It's kind of wild, actually, that Volt Tackle is being debuted on a Pikachu that is not like Ash's Pikachu. That's kind of weird, but it's cool to see the move introduced all the same. It's like kind of Pikachu's signature move, except like not really. It's one of those. In trainer battles, Volt Tackle has 90 power and decreases defense by 1 stage. And in gyms and raids, it just has 90 power without the debuff, which is great. I'm assuming if Volt Tackle is good, we'll hear about that later.
If it comes to other Pokemon. Yeah, okay. And it would need to come to other Pokemon, which might be next season.
Well, I mean, little cups, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought it was only learnable by the Pikachu family.
Yeah, it's never coming to anybody. This is Pikachu's signature move.
It is its signature. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so only thing that's going to learn it is other Pikachus.
Yeah. Sometimes when like a move like this comes out, the PvP community is like, without having seen the numbers or running any sims, it's just like, this is going to be good. This is going to change it. And so I wasn't ready to be like, oh, okay, we don't know.
That's good.
Yeah.
I respect.
I don't know. Please help. For wild encounters during this event, we're going to be seeing Scyther, who still needs a community day. I'll maintain that. Nosepass, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley, Pawmi, could use a shiny, Pikachu wearing Cap's hat, Alolan, Grimy, and Beldum will be wild encounters. Those are pretty good wild encounters, all things considered.
The last 3
get those
are, if you're lucky, however.
You get those Beldum.
So that Pikachu might not be as common as, say, Sprigatito.
Yeah, and Alolan, Grimer, and Beldum, all 3 of those are in the rarer category, so you might have to do a little bit of a walkie-woo around
like Furfrou during the Valentine's event. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Nice and common.
Furfrou was a lie.
I had so many at home, I don't know what you guys are talking about. In raids for this event, 1-star raids will feature Pikachu wearing Cap's hat, Rhyhorn, and Rockruff. That Rhyhorn is going to feel really lonely for that event, isn't it? Yeah. Why are all the other 1-star raids getting done and not me? 3-star raids are going to feature Chansey, Noctowl of all Pokemon, and Metagross. Metagross is good value in 3-star. That's nice. Yeah. Great field research task encounters. You could get encounters with Pikachu wearing Cap's hat, Golduck, Skarmory, Rockruff, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, or Quaxley. There will be some showcases. You know how those work. There will be a web store bundle as well. I think it's got raid passes and the like, and it seemed pretty all right. So go check that out if you're in the market for that, and you can assess the value there. So that's cool. The big takeaways are Volt Tackle, new Pikachu, Charcadet, out. That's kind of it. Yep. Okay, and then Lachlan added these two new events that I did not see news items for. So Lachlan, please take these 2 away, would you?
So this weekend, March 2nd and March 3rd, there is an in-person event happening in Bali in Indonesia titled Pikachu's Indonesia Journey. So there will be a new Pikachu with white, yellow, red, and black balloons, which can be shiny. There'll be a new Pikachu wearing a batik shirt, which was going all through our Discord server this week with people saying how excited they were about that type of shirt and how they should own one for themselves in person. Looks really cool. And if you like remote raiding, you'll be able to remote raid through invites of people on the ground to Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. And if you're lucky, Megaladios or Megaladios.
Oh my gosh. I'm in the market for all of those.
The wild spawns for the event are really cool, and one of the big standouts would be Chatot, which just had its shiny debut in the last weekend Sinnoh Tour. So if you're going, have fun. I'm jealous. I wish I could go, even though Indonesia is basically touching Australia. I won't be going.
If like get a good running start, can you clear that gap? Can you make it, or like how close are we talking?
I think back in the day,
fish could.
The Paleolithic back in the day.
You know, in my early 20s, probably could have.
Oh, gee. Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Yeah.
I like Chris's interpretation better.
God.
Back during Pangea.
That's right. Yeah, back when land bridges were the norm, we need to bring those back.
And happening the following weekend of March 9th and March 10th is the 4th City Safari event. So if you're wondering where these events have been for a while, they are returning, and it's happening in Tainan, Taiwan. And it will be March 9th and March 10th. Buffalant will be flying over from New York area to the area to spawn in Taiwan. So exciting for people in that area. Again, jealous if you're going. The blog for this does list that winter form dealing will be spawning, which is surprising because it will not be winter. So hopefully they noticed that beforehand, or just a surprise different season dealing. And the fun thing about this event is that Cantoni and Execute will be able to evolve into a Alolan Executor during the event for ticket holders, which I think is neat.
It definitely qualifies as neat. I would agree. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Lachlan, for the global news. You're going to have to give me links so I can put those in the show notes if you don't mind. But the last piece of news here is the Community Day that we've been mentioning throughout this entire update. March 2024 Community Day is going to be lit. That's right, Litten, the Fire Cat Pokemon. It's going to be March 16th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. It's a Saturday. So make sure you call off if you need to. It's going to be a Saturday. Featured attack. Evolve Torracat, Litten's evolution during the event or up to 5 hours afterwards to get an Incineroar that knows the charged attack Blast Burn. We're all familiar with Blast Burn. That's an old friend. It does 110 power in both trainer battles and gyms and raids. But what's this? A new friend. Yes, it is an attack availability update, which means they're going to add something new and something cool. You can't have Incineroar without Darkest Lariat. Did I say that correctly? I think I did.
Yep.
Trainer battles, it does 120 power, and in Gym's raids, it has 80 power. It is a dark type move, and it is a move that is kind of infamous for this Pokemon. Made it very competitive in VGC, and is one of the moves that you can like call out and point at when it's used in Super Smash Brothers as well. Kind of a cool Pokemon. And kind of a cool move. There will be a $1 special research story, as there usually is. The event bonuses for this time are going to be XP related, so 3 times experience for catching Pokemon, and then the usual 2 times candy for catching and 2 times candy XL. Lure modules and an incense will be lasting up to 3 hours if used during the event. There's snapshots, and you get an additional special trade, and trades cost 50% less Stardust. The bonus raids for 5 hours after the event and 4 stars will be the Middle Evolution Torracat. If you beat those in the area around it, will spawn more Litten with the increased shiny chance that they enjoyed during the event proper. In case you missed it, there's going to be showcases. Yep. Web store bundles, exciting stuff. Event bundles, that's new. I wouldn't have guessed that. And stickers, a very surprising addition this time for sure. Absolutely. So yeah, Litten is a good choice. Those of you at home screaming patterns, yes, fine, you got it. Good job.
I thought it would be April based on last year's pattern. Grrr.
Its shiny is so good, and like just like you said, Chris, it is such like a tentpole Pokemon in the VGC. So all of those people who have Pokemon Go out there, who mostly play the video game and sometime open this game, there will be a massive spike in player usage.
Oh yeah,
that weekend.
Incineroar is a big favorite, I think.
Yep, and if Charcadet is one of the worst shinies, then Litten is one of the best shinies in the game. It's great. It's great.
It's slightly worse than Guzzlord's shiny. Guzzlord's shiny is top tier.
Yes.
Yeah, but Guzzlord and Litten share like the same color scheme for their shinies, don't they?
Yeah, they're just white.
You're right.
Yeah, Litten. Huh?
See, I'm Team Poplio. I prefer
Litten.
I prefer Poplio with its very subtle change of its collar.
I'm good. You can miss me with the Populio in general, in my opinion. I'm going to get hate mail for that. That's for sure.
Oh, that's a terrible shiny. Now get out of here.
Yeah, but like the Pokemon in general.
I mean, I agree with the Pokemon in general, but I just had to check the shiny.
It's going to be a dark day when we have to cover that community. Man.
I just want to.
But in PvP,
yeah,
it's a Charmer with Hydro Cannon. Let's go.
My God.
It's gonna change the game.
PvP corner is salivating over Poplio.
I love Poplio. It's my favorite water starter since Gen 3.
That's a very specific opinion to have, and I respect you for publicly airing that out. You're very brave. Okay, we are going to wrap up the news section here, and we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, it will be PvP corner time, just like old times.
Hi, I'm Fish on a Heater.
And I'm DeFi250.
And that's Lachlan, and that's Chris, and that's Kyle, and this is PvP Corner.
We're here. We're also here. Don't forget about it.
So on today's episode, we are talking about the World of Wonders season of Go Battle League. It will be beginning on Friday, March the 1st at 1 p.m. Pacific time. At the end of the season, don't forget, put on your star piece, because you get that huge injection of Stardust as a reward for your efforts for the previous season of battling. So having hit Legend DeFi, you'll get, 150,000 dust, something like that? Or 100,000?
Something like that. It's nice. With the star piece, it's good. It's good stuff. It's beautiful. We will, and as always, we'll talk more about each individual cup and meta as they come up in PvP. Just to start, though, we're going to have the Open Great League and the Electric Cup. And then looking forward to next week, it'll be the Ultra League and the Spring Cup. So Electric Cup we've covered many times before. It's electric Pokemon only, but you can't use the best one, which is Charjabug. They banned that one, as well as Vikavolt. It's awful. And then Unova Stunfisk and Heliolisk are also banned. The Spring Cup is going to be another Great League meta. Only Water, Grass, and Fairy type Pokemon are eligible. No Toxapex, I see you out there with that poison typing, and no Mantine with that flying typing.
But Pelipper,
just too OP. Pelipper, it does appear to be allowed. It's a little glacier. I don't think it's going to be as threatening. But I would say the biggest thing that I want to make sure, because somebody already put it in the Discord, that I would be screaming from the rooftops about this, is that the Premier Leagues are back. We have Ultra League Premier and we have Master League Premier back in rotation. Premier Leagues are the ones where the legendaries, mythicals, and ultra beasts are banned. So I can play Master League. I don't need a legendary. There's 1 week in this season that I don't need legendaries to play in Master League. I can use my Ursaluna. I can use all these random Pokemon that I've built that aren't legendaries from community days. And I am very, very excited about it. Just to throw that out there. But again, we'll cover those events more as they come up. We will also have some Go Battle weekends. We'll talk about that when they come, as well as a little bonus during the European International Championships. Why don't you pick up Fish with some rewards? And then we'll get into the moves.
The Go Battle League rewards, the guaranteed rewards that you get for each milestone rank. At rank 1, you'll get a Primeape. Rank 6, you'll get a Poliwrath. At Ace rank, you get a Dino. At Veteran, you get a guaranteed Goomy. Expert is a guaranteed Jangmo-O. And at Legend, of course, as always, that Pika Libre. Everything from Ace up is a shiny chance.
Fish, what stands out to you from the standard encounters of something that's really exciting?
You know what? There seems to be less of them here than in previous seasons. Am I imagining that?
I don't think so.
No?
There's less of them, but I think the quality of them is better. I think
It's
there's
very
fewer, but they're very good.
Yeah.
So, for example, Gligar and Grubbin stand out to me as two very good picks that are just in the first rank. You can get them right away. What else stands out to you?
If you're looking at the best ones, we've got the Lickitung and the Carbink, of course. We've got Wooloo once you hit rank 16. Vullaby as well is there as well. The one here that I'm looking at and kind of scratching my head is Phalanx. Kind of doesn't have any PvP relevance at the moment. So I'm not sure why that's necessarily in there.
It's one move update away.
It is one move update away. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe next season,
if they keep giving us Phalanxes, we'll just have good ones ready for when it becomes relevant. Just believe.
Avatar items and other rewards. Trainers at Ace rank will be able to receive shoes styled after... Well, actually, all of the Avatar items will be modeled after Hala from the Gen 7 Alola. I had to think about that for a second. Alola games. So at Ace rank, you will get the Hala style shoes. At Veteran rank, you get Hala style pants. Expert, you get a Hala style shirt, and at legend rank you receive the Hala style pose, which is kind of,
and it's just like, it's very cool. I really enjoy Hala. I really enjoy the Alola region in general, so this is going to be a fun pose. I'm definitely going to be going after it. So I think that'll be really fun. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this fish. We have some new attacks in Metal Sound, Psywave, and Sand Attack. Metal Sound is going to be a steel fast move. It's going to be benefiting the Magnetite family, the Clink family, and the Wormadam, Trash Cloak, as well as Bronzong, because you can't someday Bronzong's going to be meta relevant. That person at Niantic who just every season Bronzong gets something. It's somebody's favorite at Niantic, and I just want to know who it is.
As soon as it gets Boom Burst, y'all better watch out.
Mm-hmm. Metal Sound Boom Burst, the sound relevant Pokemon.
We need the sound type stat.
Yes, we're also going to get Psywave as a psychic fast move. That's going to benefit Cantoni and Mr. Mime, Miss Drevis and Miss Magius, Solrock and Lunatone, as well as Inkay and Malamar are going to get Psywave. When we look at Sand Attack, that is going to be another ground fast move, which is going to benefit Cantoni and Sandshrew and Sandslash, Alolan Diglett and Dugtrio, the Zigzagoon and Linoon from Hoenn, Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon, Cacnea and Cacturn, the Starly line, the Hippopotas line, the Lillipup line, Furfrou, and the Sandy Gas line. Fish, what from the fast moves alone stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to have to pull you up on something, DeFi. For a few of these, you said that this would benefit them. That is not true.
That's fair. Well, it gives them choices. We like choices.
Sure, but not necessarily bad ones.
Well, we don't know the final stats for these moves yet. The season doesn't start till tomorrow.
That's true.
So there's always time.
But we can...
Right, yeah, no, okay, so I've pounded myself into a corner here because I'm going off the PB Poke stats again. So the speculation out there is that Sand Attack is going to be a clone of Fury Cutter, which is like kind of below average damage, above average energy, and that's probably from what I'm hearing, the whispers going around, that's going to be the only one that any of these Pokemon are going to benefit from. Like a few of these Pokemon that have Mudshot as their regular move are now probably going to prefer Sand Attack, like your Sandslash and your Palossand. The other two moves, from what I'm reading around the place, just aren't going to be relevant at all. Like, the Magnemite family already has Volt Switch, which is like very powerful. Sure, slow, but like a very powerful move. Wormadam and Bronzong have Confusion, which are equally powerful moves on their own, and you just wouldn't want to get rid of those. Like, a lot of these Pokemon that learn Psywave, like you're probably not going to replace Psycho Cup on Malamar with this Psywave.
But could there be like those off meta cups? So let's say Magnezone and Electric Cup having a steel fast move instead of an electric one. Like those kind of situations.
Well, in that particular example, the only reason you'd want to get rid of an electric move is because it's resisted by all the other Pokemon. But then so's Metal Sound, right? Like, it's still resisted by all the electric Pokemon. So I don't see too much reason to get rid of it. There might be a meta where you might need that. Maybe it's like all ground type Pokemon, but then when you're bringing a Magneton into a ground type meta, like, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Like, I am being negative here, which is something I don't normally do. I'm
yes.
One of us.
Come to the dark side.
I just wanted to kind of clarify, like, I am happy with the update as a whole, but it's for a very small and specific reason that we will get to. Like, I think overall this update there's not much to it. I'm okay with that. I don't need every season to be a big whopping game changer, as long as it's not Boom Burst, which is like it's almost like a that's almost done with like malice. It feels like it's like a deliberate like laughing at our faces, like you thought we were going to change stuff, we'll take this. But this is more of just like a holdover one until we can get something a little more meaty in future seasons, which I think is all right.
Yeah. So if justice for Swallow and Boomburst, what's up, Lachlan?
So the one thing that really excites me about Metal Sound getting out as a Steel fast move is it might eventually get given to Melmetal. And Melmetal's only fast move is an electric type move, and he's pure steel. So as a Master League player,
Okay.
I'm like, give me something to crush that sword doggo.
Yep.
Fair
valid.
enough.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll take that. I will accept that point. We'll count it. We'll put it in the bank.
One day.
Moving on to attack changes. Again, same thing. Very, very minimal. Shadow Bone, which is a move that's currently only learned by Alolan Marowak. That's been increased from 75 power to 80 power. Brick Break has had its energy cost increased, but it is guaranteed to lower the opposing Pokemon's defense by 1 stage. A very interesting move update, but I don't think it's going to make non-meta relevant Pokemon any more meta relevant. Cross Chop has been increased from 50 to 55 power, which will mostly affect Shadow Machamp and Obstagoon, and then maybe a Legacy Primeape, which also has that move. Aquatail has been given the same treatment, 50 to 55 power. And Water Pulse, this is a bit of a bigger update, where it's been increased from 70 power to 80, and its energy cost has been decreased. So that's going to be a reasonably good move. Unfortunately, there's like a lot of the Pokemon, most of the Pokemon that know Water Pulse already have better moves. Like Dugong would have loved this update a couple of seasons ago, but now that it's got Drill Run with Icy Wind, like it's like I'm fine now. Thank you though.
Yeah, I completely agree. They're small, and we don't need a 3-page long update every season. This is where we get into stuff. What's coming up? This is what's exciting. Is old moves on new Pokemon, and there's a lot that I'm very excited about here. But moving on, we're going to have Aquatail coming to Goodra, Water Pulse coming to Araquanid, Steel Wing Empoleon, Shadow Claw Feraligatr.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
You know what's sad about that? Is it's
100%
only
a thing.
Typhlosion's best fast move, Shadow Claw. Well, before Incinerate. Feraligator's best fast move, Shadow Claw. Poor Meganium doesn't learn Shadow Claw.
No, it
Shadow
wants
Headbutt,
to.
maybe.
No claws to be had.
Yeah.
No claws to be had. Psycho Cut is going to be coming to Gallade. Brick Break is going to be added to several Pokemon, including Sock, Throw, Crocodile, Cabrawler, and Crabominable, which are the Pokemon that Hala uses, as well as Hakamoa and Komoo. We have Mudshot, which is a very OP move, OP fast move, coming to Cantonian Diglett and Dugtrio, and Cantonian Graveler and Golem. We'll have Psybeam coming to Starmie, Draining Kiss coming to Kirlia, Bullet Seed to Lileep, and Earthquake to Gastrodon. Some of those, you might think, I thought this Pokemon had that move already. So, for example, Lileep, I thought Lileep already had Bullet Seed. It was a legacy move that was not able to be Elite TM'd to. So it was just, so Bullet Seed on Lileep. Lileep has been very good. It's been in PV Poke top 10 rankings for several metas. But it was only available in the
Credilli's good in Great and Ultra League. Lileep is specifically Little Cup.
No, you can max out of level 50 Lileep with Bullet Seed.
Sure.
And it's been in top 50s. Lileep has been in top 10s of a variety of metas.
Has it?
Yes.
It has.
Oh,
We
find me that meta.
We usually just gloss over it. We're like Lileep, but it's legacy and blah blah blah, and we skip it. But
Okay. Sure.
Sarah
sure.
Amanda, pull up the archives.
Sorry,
Find Fish talking about
Sarah
Lilith with
Amanda,
bullet
find
seed. Thank you.
so that's very cool. And especially
Yeah,
now you can get Shadow Leap. So Shadow Leap with Bullet Seed and Return is also kind of interesting. So that's big shout out to Enhoff. Who is very like it's one of those where it was only available for a very short window and a couple people have it, and then it was locked away. You couldn't even elite TM to it. So now that it's open, that's the case for some of these other ones as well. So I really appreciate that Niantic is going back and saying, like, because you have to make a call. You either have to just delete the move off of the Pokemon, like if you're saying this Pokemon can't have that move, or just let people have it. I'm glad that they're going with the just let people have it.
I had a lucky legacy Mudshot Golem sitting in my storage, and when I read this announcement, I'm like, well, that's one extra bag space I can get, and deleted it.
Yep, I have some of these as legacy Pokemon as well, so it's nice that they like I can actually look for good IVs of these Pokemon if I want.
And it's
So
a shame
that's-
that the Curlier doesn't get close enough to 1500 for use in Great League, so it's definitely for niche Evolution Cup style Little Cups. So I'll be curious to see if that does anything for Curlier in the next Evolution Little Cup.
I think some of these are just purely like they don't serve any sort of purpose other than just to unlegacy some stuff, like Psybeam on Starmie. Like Psybeam's a very below average move. If you're going to run a Starmie in anything, you'll probably want Tackle. I think is a
but
fast move.
Next season, Psybeam could get a buff.
Yeah. I mean, get
one move away.
Buff Psywave first.
All right. Just to start kind of wrapping up these kind of general thoughts on what we're going to be seeing on these Pokemon, Feraligatr just became incredibly meta relevant with Shadow Claw. If you take a look in the PvE Poke top 16 predicting this new season, or in the PvE Poke listings predicting the new season, Matt has it as number 16, where it previously was. Let's find where it was before. Feraligatr
116.
No,
456.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Shadow is even higher, right? Isn't the Shadow at like number 9 or something?
It is at number 9.
Let me look. Yes, Shadow is at number 9. So it just became incredibly meta relevant, being able to have this fast move. Let's pull up the Shadow Feraligatr, beating things Registeel, Talonflame, Annihilate, Galarian Stunfisk, Shadow Dragonair. It just has so many wins that it's really incredible. You even you have win conditions against things like Lantern.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of disgusting. But exciting. It is crazy.
It's
Now,
exciting,
disgusting, but
the best kind of disgusting.
I may have been championing for a Cyndaquil Comday Classic next month, but I think we need the Feraligatr Comday Classic now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris.
No.
Bring it back.
No. Sorry.
It's even better in Ultra League. So it is now the regular Feraligatr is sitting at number 5 in the Ultra League rankings. The Shadow is 2nd.
And that's the one I have the perfect PvP IVs
Oh, really?
for.
The Shadow Feraligatr.
Are you kidding me? I have the regular one. But
I was going to
that's
say,
the
like,
one I have. Like,
are you going to
that's the
finally
one
use your Shadows?
Absolutely not. But I have the rank 1 for the regular.
Yeah.
I just don't have a good one for Great League. Like I haven't a meh. Like it's like a 1-14-14, which is not as good as I want it to be.
So is Feraligatr having its like Swampert from 2020 phase right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's right there. Regular Shadow Swampert is 6 on the list. Regular Swampert is 8, and then Shadow Feraligatr is coming in at 9. So it is because it is very good, especially because of its coverage charge move of Ice Beam. So
yeah, sure.
So it can hit back against those grass type Pokemon really, really hard. And Ice Beam doesn't cost as much as something like an Earthquake would. And with Shadow Claw, you just get there so fast. So I am extremely excited, and we're going to have so much time to talk more about this. Of course, we always say as the season progresses and as we see these metas develop, we'll talk even more. But it's small, but this is a small, impactful update.
Feraligatr
really
for Worlds
appreciate.
2024. You can do it, Feraligatr.
Let's go.
So
I
then let me just for me there are 4 big Pokemon I'll just run through the other ones quickly. So the Feraligatr was one. Empoleon, I think, is actually almost as big a deal now as Feraligatr. It's kind of the same principle where both Pokemon were previously running Waterfall as their fast move. It's like a strong move, but very slow, very grindy. Whereas now they've got 2-turn moves, but making them more dynamic, faster energy generation, still doing a fair amount of damage, and getting to those Hydro Cannons and the secondary moves pretty quickly. Gallade with Psycho Cut now manages to get to each Leaf Blade in 4 seconds and each close combat in 5 seconds, which is ridiculous, especially from a Shadow. Like, having a Shadow Gallade, very high attack Pokemon, throwing out close combats every 5 seconds is going to make it so difficult to deal with. And less so the Goodra with Aquatail. The Aquatail has been slightly buffed, and it means that Goodra was running Dragon Breath, Power Whip, and Muddy Water as its moves. Muddy Water, such a bad move. It does have that reasonable chance of an attack drop on the opponent, which was something. But Aquatail is the exact same energy and just does a lot more damage on its own. I think that will make it so much nicer. It'll make it so much more enticing.
Consistent,
to bait.
Right?
Yeah, consistent is a good word for it as well.
Yeah.
So I think those 4 are the major winners. Araquanid with Water Pulse, maybe you might see it, but it's actually like those PV Poke predictions still actually put the recommended moves for that one as Bubble Beam and Bug Buzz. So yeah, you might see it, you might not.
So lots of interesting stuff, and I'm very excited to see how these small changes will shift the meta. No Scald nerf. A lot of people were looking for it. It didn't happen. So water types are just still going to be reigning supreme, I think, in this meta. I'm going to be very interested to see how the counters and the... Yeah. Yeah.
Water types.
Water types. So... called me out on my pun, and
yeah, that was deliberate.
All messed up. Okay, they'll be reigning supreme, and yes, I'm very interested to see how the meta is going to evolve around the water types being so seemingly unbeatable.
Well, I'm looking forward to the mid-season update with Boom Burst on Bronzong. But
let's go.
That'd be amazing. That sounded like that was the end of the GBL update for PvP Corner this week. Am I reading that correctly?
It is, and we will get back to you with all of those fun achievements and mailbag and all those other fun segments when Fish and I come back next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you to the both of you. It's always so nice doing this in person. I love hearing some PvP chatter. It's cool.
I did have 6 emails prepared from listeners. Do we have time for that, or...?
No.
I'm sorry, Fish. They weren't in the show notes. You didn't commit them on time.
That's right. Actually, there are plenty of things in the show notes we're also not going to get to. So
that was a joke, by the way.
All right. Oh, okay. I mean, I would have believed you. All right. I guess then we have no reason not to. Let's hop into the PokéPoll segment.
For last week's PokéPoll we had, with Arceus, Manaphy, and Fion being absent from Sinnoh Tour, how do you think they will be introduced in Pokemon Go? First one's from Freya Amber, and they said, Arceus will probably be a Go Fest, probably as a special research first given, or a paywall, for in-person, and then as a paywall for global. I can see a raid day or an elite raid for Manaphy and Fion. Not sure, but who knows with Niantic. Oh,
yeah.
It's bad side, what everyone's like. It's just behind a paywall.
I hope they're more creative than elite raids for Manaphy and Fion, please.
Yeah.
Give me a 400-kilometer egg and then have to walk with a Ditto and then a Manaphy to get a Fione egg. I don't know how they do it.
Give me the big egg. You can keep the rest of that.
Big egg that you can't see.
I honestly, I would
egg.
do that. I would walk a 400-kilometer egg for it.
Yes, absolutely.
I would do it.
Can you put it in a super incubator?
No.
You have to put it in 9 incubators.
It takes your whole bag.
No, you can only use your infinite incubator on it.
It's like Exodia, but just an egg.
It's the worst thing in the that might be the worst thing I've ever heard.
No, but we need the Pokemon Ranger
dear
mobile
diary.
game to connect
this
to
long?
Pokemon Go.
Amazing.
All right. Next one's from Trip Tanda, and they said, I think Arceus will be the big selling point of this year's Go Fest. Next season will probably involve some storyline from these Origin Forum Dialga/Palkia leading up to the discovery of an encounter with Arceus. And I would assume Manaphy and Fion will be the new mythicals introduced at Go Fest from the special research. Arceus might be in like Go Fest exclusive elite raids for a debut, but I really hope it's going to be tier 5 raids. Edit. I think it would be great fun if there's upcoming season, March, April, May, would have season-long research focusing on all 18 types and give us eventually an item that will help us form change Arceus. Then the Go Fest season could be all about Arceus.
Sorry, Trip.
Sorry, Trip.
Womp womp. Yeah. Good idea,
long
though.
research.
Or they could just put the pieces of Arceus' conscience, fragments of his soul, or whatever they call it in Legends Arceus, into root rewards, and Mateo just hands them to you as shards.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just have to do 5,000 routes.
Yeah, they just
get
need
your
to
Arceus.
they need to make this mythos around Mateo where he's just like incredibly sus and just like, oh yeah, I found these legendary things. Anyway, hey kid, you've ever heard about Pokemon God? Like, can I have my postcard from Japan? I'm trying to move on here.
Mateo is just secretly Volo in disguise from Legends Arceus. I want Volo energy.
And you got to battle him in his Giratinas.
Spoilers.
It's 2 years old. It's fine.
Old. It's I think
True.
the statute of limitations is done.
All right,
Haven't
thank
heard
you.
it quite that way before.
Yeah,
All right.
you got
All
that
right.
from legal? Okay, I didn't hear that quite yet. I didn't get the memo, so that's fine.
Next spot's from Everdark Raven. They said, I would like to see them continue with receiving eggs for Manaphy and Fion. Perhaps the Manaphy egg is obtained from the other NPC that hasn't been used in the anniversary artwork. Could give you something else for routes. You meet this NPC on a route who gives you a special egg that can be Manaphy at the rarest spot, Fion at uncommon, and then perhaps a Salandite or a Sandile at the common spot to make them more accessible. Do you imagine walking like a 20-kilometer egg hoping to get a Manaphy and hatching a male Salandite instead?
A hundo male Salandit with a location card.
Oh. But yeah, oh man, I don't want to see Manaphy put into routes, but it could. Maybe Fion. Put Fion into routes and then let us have Manaphy at a Go Fest. That'd be fine. I could see that happening for sure. And lastly, we have from Maxotron. They said, I don't see Arceus being released 18 different times. So I think a form change like Furfrou that requires a raid exclusive item like Meteorite for Rayquaza makes sense. Did you see that a new Furfrou trim will be in Legends Z to A? ZA? I don't know how are we pronouncing this.
The new Legends game coming out in 25. Yeah.
It's definitely not За. No, I refuse that one. I'm gonna call. I like
Zadasha?
Veto
Give
that
me
one right now.
Give me a slice.
That being said, it'll probably be the raid legendary / mythical chase of GoFest 2024. It could have its own adventure effect to lend the abilities Dialga and Palkia gain from Arceus' power in their origin forms. Only
You
thing I
gotta
can
say
think of.
Dialgo and Palkio.
That's right.
You gotta.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Okay.
We coined these terms for a reason. Didn't you just talk to legal?
I said the terms. I just didn't put the emphasis.
You
Okay.
gotta put the emphasis on the right
The
syllable.
emphasis. That's right.
Dialgos and
syllazzle.
Palkios gain from Arceus' power in their origin forms. Only thing I could think of for adventure effects that aren't done, which this part's an answer to like 2 weeks ago question, which is totally okay.
Yeah.
Aren't done by something that already has are reduced egg hatch distance or boosted egg hatch rewards, candy, stardust, and IVs. Since Arceus was born from the first cosmic egg, Manaphy and Fion are tricky because they're two distinct mythicals that interact with each other, but apparently don't evolve into the other. Either way, they both look like they cost about $5 and a few unnecessary time gates each.
What a sober perspective. Oh my gosh.
No.
Anyway, they look like $5.
Yeah. Come on. They're at least $9.99 USD.
Kyle, stop it.
Maxotron, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
See, what excites me
All
about
right.
Arceus is there was an event distribution during Gen 4 which gave Arceus Roar of Time and Spatial Rend. and Shadow Force, and I'm like, give us that Arceus with all of the adventure effects. And make Shadow Force just make ghosts only spawn off your incense while it's on or something.
No, it just enables dark mode.
It's dark mode.
That's it. GG.
All right. Anyways, this week's PokéPoll, we have, what are you looking forward to the most during Seasons of Wonder? Seasons of Wonders.
Season of Wonders, even.
At the end.
There's no S on seasons.
Which, backwards. It's all backwards.
Is it? I think you just got it backwards.
Yes, I'm backwards, okay?
Let the man pluralize what he wants.
You want to say it again?
I think the season's the season of
I'm
World
good.
of Wonders. So
Because my favorite part
We're doing
that
it
I'm
live.
looking forward to for this season is Charcadet.
Ooh.
I love Cerulege. It's probably my favorite Pokemon that was added in Scarlet and Violet.
Nice.
So excited to see it.
and they put it in basically every game this week.
He went first because he knows that one of us was going to take that one for sure. Who are you going to pass it to? Who are you popcorning to, Kyle?
I'm going to pass it to Fish. What about you, Fish?
For me, I'm going to build like 12 Shadow for Alligator.
Nice.
Then I'm going to fight DeFi with them all.
My regular ones are going to be able to take a little bit more damage. I'm also very excited about Shadow for Alligator, but immediately when I saw that they're bringing back those Premier Leagues, I immediately was like, this is not a drill. They're back. Like they heard us, or at least they didn't completely forget about them, because they're fun and unique metas. The Premier Leagues, they're so different than, like, Master Premier is so different than Master Open. Ultra Premier is so different than Ultra Open, and they're just so much more accessible. So I am thankful and excited to see those metas back.
And
Lachlan, what about you?
Oh, je m'appelle. Let's go back to English.
let me count the ways.
So the trailer that they put out on social medias, sort of continuing that found footage trend, featured Stack Attacker and Blacephalon. I'm here for Stack Attacker and Blacephalon.
Blacephalon's going to be awesome. Oh, no.
Wow,
does
Deep
not
Eye.
like...
Making a stand.
Wait, do you not like both of them, or is it just Blacephalon?
Just Blacephalon.
Cephalon.
I'm tired too. But
that's fair. That's a fair pronunciation of that name. It's all made up.
Blacephalon. I dislike that Pokemon very much.
Do you not like clowns?
I don't. I don't like.
You don't like
Mr.
clowns that take
Mime,
their heads
and
off
I
and throw
don't
them at you?
like. I don't. It's creepy, and we already have a good Shadow Ghost type in Alolan Marowak. We don't need this thing.
And
I don't
we're
like.
gonna have
That
Cerulege.
is fine. That's fun, but that's fun at least. I think I broke Fish.
For people not watching the video version right now, Fish just walked out of frame to laugh.
I don't
The use
like
of your
it.
hands as well. You're like on a talk show giving a rant.
So
Don't get me started.
Like a political rant against Blacephalon. Look, I personally don't think we should let any more Blacephalon in the country.
Attacker 2024.
Send it back
Attacker.
to that ultra wormhole.
That's
Just
right.
back to
exactly.
the ultra wormhole from whence you came. Stack Attack is great. That's fun. Whatever.
I love
It's fine.
Stack Attacker.
Kyle, how dare you?
I don't like Stack Attacker. It's one of my least favorite Ultra Beasts, for sure.
I actually have never been more surprised by anything in my life. I thought you would love Stack Attacker.
No,
Lots of firsts
no,
on
I
this
don't.
show. Dang.
Jeez.
It's Shiny's bright
Definitely
gold.
the worst Ultra Beast.
I know it's Shiny's
awesome.
really good.
Yeah.
I think most of the Ultra Beasts have good shinies from everything that I've seen.
And then there's Pheromosa.
All right. So what I'm looking forward to the most this season, are you guys ready to groan and call me a shill? I'm very excited for the Wonder ticket because I'm not going to have to buy something every month. I'm just going to buy it once. No, I'm actually kind of excited to see what part 2 and part 3 are. I understand that part 1 is not like mind blowing, but I do love having research to do, and it'll just be kind of exciting on the first of each month. I'll be like, oh, wow, look, I got more to do. I already paid for it. That's cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm with
Feel
you.
good about that. Yeah. Well, anyway, dear listener, if you have an answer to this week's PokéPoll question, which was, once again, what are you looking forward to the most during the Season of Wonders? You can answer when we post it on X. If you're listening on Spotify, on the mobile app, you can answer the question there via an interaction tab of some sort. Just take a look in your little appy do right there. If you're watching on YouTube, yes, there is a video version of this show. You can comment there. You can also leave a response in the PokéPoll channel if you're a patron of ours in the patron Discord. And then, of course, you can send us an email to mail@gocastpodcast.com or send us a voicemail by calling into 262-586-7717. Now, this is normally the time of the show where I would say, like, hey, Kyle, what time is it? And he would do the thing. But this week, we're running long, so we're not going to do emails or voicemails. We have plenty of them, though, so please look forward to them next week. Gosh, I can only imagine we'll have much less news anyway, so plenty of time for that.
And also, don't forget, you can email pvpcorner@gocastpodcast.com and check out the show description for all the different ways to contact us. If you love Blacephalon, sure, fight me. Let me know.
Bring it to Worlds and battle DeFi as she commentates the final battle.
Just people behind you while you're casting with signs and say, like, justice for Blacephalon, clowns have rights, stuff like that, you know? Like,
not all ghost fire types are the same.
Clowns that PvP.
Ultra Beast's a real Pokemon.
Guard, just real upset, you know?
People in full clown, like, that would be my worst freaking nightmare. That would be so bad.
It's just like in the middle of like production, you're looking off screen and just pause and just frown. The camera pans, 20 people in clown costumes looking real upset. Anyway, yes, and Starpiece does not have its own email address as of yet, so you can mail into mail@gocastpodcast.com for anything relating to Starpiece or Lachlan in particular. Right, Lachlan? Isn't that right?
Yeah, you can find me. I sometimes just like...
No, he'll find you.
I found you on the Leak Duck post on Twitter today.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
I'm like, oh, I got this
famous.
pose. And Leak Duck's like, can I use that photo? I'm like, sure.
There you go.
And then my DMs just started blowing up. It's you, you're famous. I'm like, do you not listen to Starbucks? Come listen to Starbucks.
There you go. Exactly right. All right. Well, those are all the ways to contact us. You can also follow us on Twitter @GoCast Podcast. All of us also have personal Twitters. So again, you can find those links for more fish and more DeFi in the PvP Corner notes. Those are there as well. Please visit our website for all things GoCast at gocastpodcast.com. You can help support the show via Patreon. That's spelled patreon.com/GoCast Podcast. That's how you get access to the Discord server for $1 a month. And speaking of patrons, shout outs to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. I think the last time we had Lachlan do it, Kyle and I have the benefit of doing this on the regular. So we could digitally do a coin flip between Fish and DeFi, or if one of the two of you is just really excited to do it, please feel free.
I'm a little tongue-tied, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to our elite trainers. Those would be Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin, and Mimi, Sports Thayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Motters, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Steven, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew, too, Camo, The Ugly Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Sarah Lore.
Thank you very much for your generous support, and great job, DeFi, for nailing the list. Thank you all for your generous support and for helping us keep the digital lights on, in addition to many other things. And if you'd like to help support the show another way besides monetarily, you can. There's these things called reviews. You can do that for free. Can you believe it? It helps us out a lot if you do. We got one from Anne Holivow. And I'm gonna say this so poorly. DeFi, please have mercy.
Mon avis, moi je crois c'est super.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And I took a look online. I think it says, in my opinion, it's great, or something very similar to that. So I'll take that to the bank. That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
I just looked it up. That's exactly what it says.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Wow. We're
You'll have
killing
to
it.
check me on the pronunciation as well, but I'm pretty sure I was close.
I think out of all of us, you probably got the closest, right?
More than
mean,
likely.
without
I
us
mean,
even trying.
Fish, like, again, you kind of read things like they're Italian. You read something
Yeah,
kind of like it's
very much.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Kyle, do you want to give us a very American read of that, just so people have it in the tank?
Not today.
No, Mon Avis from you right now.
That's definitely not gonna happen. I would just. My dog's having a good time in the background right now.
All right. Well, that is signaling us towards the end of the episode here. We got to do some goals really quick. So, Kyle, you and I, we got our quick weekly goals. For myself, I'm just going to blow through this. 2 shinies from Research Day, clear 2,000 storage because I'm still hurting from Sinnoh Tour, 50 eggs and 250,000 Stardust. Mr. Kyle, what are your weekly goals?
I'm going to continue my progress on gifting. I'm doing a little bit better. I've been given a new task that we'll talk about in just a second. Continuing my buddy progress. I will get to 10 best buddies one day. 300,000 experience. I'm so close to level 48. And
I don't know, man. You tell us, man.
Look, I was in the middle of a trainer battle to get a heart with my buddy.
So
I'm almost
proud
48.
of you.
I'm almost 40. I need 1.5 million to go.
Oh,
so
you've got this. You've got
All
this,
right.
dude.
I actually don't even have the 25 kilometers adventure sync. So
Got to get on that.
it'd be very funny if I got that first. But anyways, I'm stealing one from Chris. I need to clear 2,000. I typoed there. 2,000 storage because I haven't deleted anything from Sinnoh Tour yet.
Oh my gosh.
Dangerously low. I have like 300 space.
Hello, Kyle's dog.
And last,
Having
the
fun
shadow
with the
researches that I have. I gotta finish those up.
All righty. And then we've got some season-long goals that we have been voluntold, I guess. I've got two. The first one I'm being told I need to do is hit best friends in Pokemon Go with Lachlan. I'm 14 days away, and from what I'm seeing here, I'm doing pretty good in comparison to most people here. So, hey. And then I want to hit 20 million Stardust total. I'm at the 15 million mark right now, so I got to get 5 million in the next, and keep it in the next season. So I think that's doable.
And apparently, I also need to hit best friends with Lachlan. I'm 39 days to go.
He'll have 36 days to go by the time we do our next seasonal recording.
No, I'll have you know I'm at 38 already. So
Whoa. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
As for seasonal goals, I want to clear out my special research that's stacked up here. I'm not going to get rid of all of it, but I would very much like to get rid of the party play one.
Oh my gosh.
And progress both of my masterwork research, which will definitely happen for one of them.
We will have to get together and do some party play.
Yes,
It's so good during raid hour. Just do it during raid.
Just do it.
Raid hour. I'm hoping we could maybe get together for Groudon raid day because I'm
that'd be
really,
sick.
Really excited for that.
Yeah, that would be sick. Cool. DeFi, what about you?
Apparently, I need to reach best friends in Pokemon Go with Lachlan. I've got 42 days to go, and we've been friends for a lot less time. So I think I made some good progress
Kyle
on that
had
already.
At least a 15-month head start on DeFi.
So, I mean, I feel like that's going to be pretty attainable. For the ones that I chose, I'm going to word it as I would like to make significant progress on building one legendary Master League Pokemon. There are lots of options in this first month alone, with Mewtwo being in raids, Groudon being in raids, and Kyogre being in raids. I think I can make a lot of progress on some of those. I do have a Hundo Groudon, and I have that 98% Shadow Mewtwo that's just waiting to be purified. So maybe this is the season that happens. So we shall see. I think I was initially very iffy on if I want to keep legend rank as a goal. I'll keep it again. Maybe it's good luck for me to keep it that way. I don't like putting that much pressure on myself because for me, it's about finding a team that works really well and a meta that works really well and connects with me. And having time enough to battle regularly enough to get to know the team. We'll see if that happens. I think that's a goal though. That's definitely, reach, shoot for the moon. You'll reach the stars or whatever. Shoot for the stars.
Land amongst the stars.
One of those. moon
Jupiter,
and
moon, you
stars
land
and
amongst the
stuff.
stars. Yeah.
Moon and stars and stuff.
Insert motivational quote here.
Yes. It's been a long day, people. Complete all 500 wins in the Go Battle League research. That's a really good goal for me personally because I struggle with that. I struggle battling enough to do that. And then I'm just going to word it, complete any season-long Master Ball, whatever it happens to be, whatever season-long research I have, I want to complete it.
All right, that sounds lovely. Mr. Fish, speaking of, what about you?
Well, Lachlan's been filling out my goals while DeFi's been talking.
I can see it happening. I can see you're in your thinking pose with your hands, and yet the text was still showing up.
So he doesn't want me to be best friends with him.
Because we're already best friends, Fish. Do you want me to put down, get to Lucky Friends? No.
You deleted
No. No, we are best friends. Maybe we can name for Lucky. So he wants me to be level 48 in Pokemon Go. He wants me to win one Open Master League battle, and he wants me to keep working on my Great League carving.
They all sound achievable here, Fish. But if you have any other
they
ideas,
are. Oh, yeah. I don't think I can get to level 48.
What do you need to do?
I still need another 5 million XP. And
that's not hard.
For some. And
I do that in a weekend. Like that's
you gotta open that app, brother.
I don't play Pokemon Go. I keep saying.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's fair enough, man.
The Open Master League battle, I would have to complete a Master League team to do that. So that's a lot of Stardust. I was actually thinking of making one of my goals to reach 4.5 million Stardust in the bank. And so that would actually kind of be at odds, those two goals. So I'm going to stick with just the Stardust thing. I'm going to get to the end of that 20 heart streak in that research page for the, shiny, what's it called? Jirachi.
Yep.
And I will have 2 more best buddies by the end of by
so
next
you're currently at 3.
I'm currently at 3, so I'll be at 5.
So halfway to finishing page 2. Okay.
The math checks out.
Yep.
I just double checked. Just
halfway to getting to the Kecleon roadblock.
Just get a calculator out of that. Yes. Oh man, I'm taking bets on which page will take longer.
I feel that.
Play Pokemon Go every day. I can do that. So Lachlan still.
I didn't say every day.
For me.
I didn't put every day in. That was someone else.
See, I just say play Pokemon Go
every day.
Yeah.
I play Pokemon Go.
It's very easy. You just have to play every day. That's right.
And get that heart with your buddy by taking a photo of it. That's it.
All right. Lachlan, I've reserved these last 25 minutes just for you. What are your goals?
All right. Get to gold on the best buddy medal. So that's add another 10 best buddies to my collection.
All right.
Get a shiny Shadow Raikou, a shiny Shadow Entei, and a shiny Shadow Suicune. Complete as much as possible of the Shaman Masterwork research pending unknown further time gates on pages 3 through 7. Get another 25 Pokemon powered up to level 50, so that would be 175 level 50s. Work on my Ace Trainer medal. I hit 1200 last night, so I've got to get my goals to get that to 1500. So not too much, but about 10 a day. And you can work on that by beating the team leaders Spark, Blanche, and Candela at the bottom of the battle tab. And that also gives you buddy hearts when you battle them. Work on my Ultra League medal. It's the only one of the battle medals I don't have platinum. I'm currently at 673. I would like to get to 800 and 1,000's platinum. So that's a nice goal for me. Not too much PvP, but just enough. And the big goal, target 500 million lifetime experience. I'm currently at 434 million, which means I need to get 66 million experience this season. That's my goal.
That's 22 million a month.
Easy. That's less than $1 million a day.
A lot. That's an exceptional amount of experience.
You can
Fish
do
is
it.
complaining about 5 million.
It's fine. We've got Roar of Time. My lucky egg will never end.
Fish is like, I don't play, and Fish is like, I play more if I had more Stardust, and I don't have the heart to tell him how to get more Stardust.
It's called Master League. That's where they give you the Stardust.
Yeah. All right.
I'm actually going to play Master League because I'm going to play it in Premiere. I'm excited.
We can talk Master League Premier teams
Use my
the week
Ursa
before.
Luna.
I really want to use my Annihilate.
I'm
so excited.
Yes.
I'm very excited to hear PvP Corner from this season. Now that we've got DeFi on the hook for being very excited for Premier Cups, it's awesome. Okay, all right. I think that's gonna do it for us this season for this group here. Thank you all of you for listening, and thank you to all four of you for hopping on and doing this show, and DeFi for scheduling and organizing us sometimes against our will. Thank you for corralling us. It is always worth it every time, so thank you very much. And we'll see you guys in the next episode, whether it's GOCast, whether it's PvP Corner, or whether it's Star Piece. We'll see you there. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm not saying it.
That's the end right there.